So because these are desperate times, and people are all listening because they are looking for some hope. Um, and so they are very receptive right now. They are all captive. Digital media has taken over, or not media, but yeah, this sector. Schools are running their classes digitally. Discussions like this, which normally would happen in a closed room with 40, 50, 60, maybe 100, 150 people, but not ever recorded, can go waste. Now, with IT, it is possible for the next generation, that is the young people, both in school and colleges, to be exposed to the reality. We can't insulate them from the impending uh, problems of the future. Uh, some of them may not be capable of understanding it right now, but at least the college students, and when I say college, I don't differentiate between arts, commerce, science, or you know, or any field. Everybody who is in a college, no matter what stream they are, what I'm speaking here and what a lot of people have been speaking over the last 90 days is all available online. It should be made available to people. So all you people who are creating these kind of knowledge centers, they should join hands, and parts of our talks should be made available not only to grown-ups sitting in their homes, but students. Um, and I think that awareness, that if there are solutions, if you want a solution, then you have to be part of that solution, is very important. Because all we keep saying that we will have a lifestyle, and we want the government to give us a better environment. It's not possible. If each one of us uses air conditioner, if each one of us uses a SUV, if each one of us travels by plane, it is impossible for the government to provide you a safe environment. So the next generation will have to understand. People my age have already played their part in damaging the environment. We do understand the folly of all that we have done, and therefore we are right now trying to communicate it to the next generation, to understand that it's sometimes it's not great to realize that you have done a wrong, or you have done wrong by nature when you are 70 years old. You know, we say that it doesn't matter. Whenever you have got that enlightenment, it's great. It's great for yourself, but the environment has suffered. So young people need to be exposed to this. People have also understood the politics of everything now, that you see that COVID-19 has brought even the most powerful nations to their knees. And that shows that people who run after development all the time, and they keep talking about great lifestyles, are not insulated from this. Similarly, with climate change, no human being, from the richest to the most poorest, is going to be insulated. The sad part is that the poorer you are, the impact of climate change and COVID-19 like situations will be far more pronounced on you. So this has to come to be communicated to the young generation. They have to understand that we have to do right by the environment, not just for the forest and the animals and the plants that live there, but it is for killing inequity in the human space. So if we do right by the environment, and if we do decentralization and a lot of other things that I have spoken and others have spoken, we will only have a much just environment. So the disparity that you see between the rich and poor, between the high caste and the so-called low caste, all that needs to blur out now. And that, so environment movement, social movement has to all go hand in hand. And I think that's the biggest spin-off, because there is huge amount of knowledge that is being recorded right now through webinars. I have never seen or got exposed to speakers from all across the world the way we have in the last 90 days. And I'm more than 45 years old. And I can tell you that what I have seen in the last 90 days is more than what I have seen all my life. And so there is huge amount of knowledge base outside of the government, outside of the scientific fraternity, and that knowledge has to be shared with the next generation, some of it with the policymakers, and together we want these younger people to put pressure on the government so that they do right by the unborn generation, not for today. The vote bank that you talk about is only thinking about their present today, and that is a very selfish way of looking at it. What we need to do is make the unborn generations the vote bank for the politicians. So if you have to be holding the position at the helm, you have to answer to the questions of generations that are not even there right now. If you can answer those questions, then you will do right by the environment. Yeah, well, the physical part of me misses out. Walking in those streams, swimming in those wild water bodies, listening to birds, looking at reptiles, looking at large carnivores. Obviously, I do miss it. However, the mind is not missing it, because I have been fortunate to have walked some of the most pristine forests in India. There are many such forests in India. And I am a professional photographer as well. So I have a repository of nearly 400,000 photos on my desktop. More than that, I have a unthinkable repository of photos in my brain. So every time my physical self misses the forest, I just allow my mind to take over, and then it just transports me to those very locations that I'm thinking about. So I think humans, and including me, are very, very resilient animals, and we learn to live with the situation. There is no point fighting this situation, getting frustrated. In fact, this is allowing many people to slow down, which is good, because you can think much better when you are sitting at one place, not when you are running. And so I think as I said, I'm an optimist. So I think this 3 months, it has really given at least somebody like me a huge amount of time with myself, so that I can build the strategy and the pathway for conservation movements in the future. I, for one thing, other than the economy, most people would have benefited from this lockdown, because they would have realized that they have been running after things which are not as important or more important than the life that they're living. So yes, with all the animals, plants, and I'm talking about marine organisms, are all inside my brain. So I carry them wherever I go. So I don't miss them so much. They're part or parcel of my life and my family.